Hey everyone, time to finish up our very first project. We're almost there. Let's take the final steps. First thing is, I want to be able to solve that puzzle. So let's create our random number generator. We want to create our random numbers when this component is loaded, and therefore I will use the onInit lifecycle hook. So we'll use implements onInit. And again, it is automatically done for me here in my IDE, but you should make sure you are importing onInit from Angular 2 core. Very important. Then down here, I will need to implement that method. So just be sure to create a ng-onInit method which returns anything, value, return type of type anything. And in here, we're not actually returning anything, we're just setting something. And by the way, you could delete this too and it would still work. So that's just a TypeScript strong typing, but here we're not returning anything. We're just setting this switch one number to something, and this something should be either 0 or 1. Good thing is, JavaScript has this math package, so to say, where we can access the random function, which will create us a random number between 0 and 1. So between 0 and 1 is almost what we want. We want only 0 or 1. Now, all we have to do to get this is we have to round it. So we'll use the math round function to round our random value, and this will obviously either round it down to 0 or up to 1. So now we got our random number of 0 or 1, and I will just duplicate it 3 times so that I have the same for my other switches. So these are the values which should be entered and which we will check for. Now I will give us a little help here so that we don't have to figure out the correct combination each time we're testing this. Now we'll just log all those values to the console. So I'll just have switch one number. Oops, it is obviously this switch one number. It's not working. Yeah, this should. I was just wondering why my autocompletion is not working. This should be in the onInit method here. So this switch one number, this switch two number, this switch three number, and this switch. Oh, I can type switch for numbers. So sorry for that. Let me save this, and now I'm just accessing my console here and reload. Okay, so first I'll enter a name here, and as you can see here, the correct combination will be 1 0 1 1. Nothing's happening. Why is that? Well, we set up our dummy event here to update the UI. We're not setting it up down here. So if I change the name now, the UI got updated and it gets green because, well, the combination is correct. If I enter something else and change this, it's red. And now it will be green again. So this check here is working. We're attaching the solved class correctly, but it would be great if these input fields here would trigger an UI update, right? So let's just copy that dummy event here and insert it here. And now if I try this again, my name is Max. And now I have a correct combination of 1 0 0 1. Yay, it works. Let's do the rest. I want to have my name here. Well, that's not too difficult. I can just access my local variable name, which is bound to the input field here, to use string interpolation with the double curly braces here to access name.value. Let's save this. Enter something here. Yay, that is updating. Perfect. I also want to have, let me make this a little bit smaller. here this not solved or this turning it into solved when it actually is solved. So to achieve this, I will copy this condition here, which will always be our win condition, right? This is always our win condition here. And as I said, obviously there are ways to restructure this whole code that we don't have to copy this into different places, but that's currently not what this exercise is about, and we will have much nicer and more complex code at the same time in later videos. So I'll copy this win condition here, and here in my heading, let me create a new line. Well, we have our text here, then I want to have a pipe, and I will have a string interpolation here again, which allows me to enter an expression here. And this is the check I want to do. And again, I'm using a tertiary operator here, by using question mark, and then I'm either outputting solved, or if it is not solved, well, then I'm outputting not solved. So that's just this notation we have in a lot of languages where we have a condition followed by a question mark, and then what should be done if this condition is true, followed by a colon, and followed by the else part of our condition, right? What should be done if it is not true. So let's save this, enter something here, not solved. The correct combination will be 1101 solved, right? You saw that? Perfect. Last thing is down here, this should only be displayed when we actually did it. So first thing is I'm going to replace this with name.value so that it actually displays whatever I enter here, right? And then I will again copy my win condition here. And I will in our directive here, the hidden directive. Now, as with the disable directive in one of the earlier videos where we disabled and enabled a button, with the hidden directive we tell the element if it should be, well, hidden or not. So I'm just entering my condition here, and now I have to modify it a bit, because at the moment this would be hidden if we solved it. Now we want the opposite. So first is this should all not be equal, but now it would only be hidden if everything is wrong, and as soon as we got one number correct, all would be shown. So the AND operators here have to be replaced with pipe signs, so with OR operators. Now let me save this. And one final time, my name is Max. The correct combination is 1011. And now you can see it turned green, the text here appeared, we got my name here and here, we got the solved here. So yeah, we got our working puzzle and our very first working Angular 2 application. And we're already using a lot of the fun stuff with our template expressions, how we bind it to our input fields, how everything updates dynamically. And that is really what makes Angular 2 so awesome to work with and so much fun. And we're only beginning. In the next section, we'll have a deep look at data binding, which is using directives or different ways to pass data to elements, or specifically to custom components. So how we can pass values into a component we made so that we can use it there too. And this will really take us to the next level and allow us to do a lot more in our applications. I'm so excited to get there, and I'm so happy to see you there. So see you in the next videos. Have a nice day. Bye.